staff. As we wrapped up another school year, Father, we want to give you thanks for all the wonderful things that have happened in our schools and community. Help us to always look for opportunities to serve those you place in our path each day. Thank you for your love, your mercy, your grace, and especially for the gift of your Son and our Savior. In his name we pray. Amen.
Amen. All right, if we could please all stay standing, and I believe we have some special guests here to lead us in prayer, the Upper Elementary ACE Morning Crew. Do you want to introduce our crew first? Yeah. Yes, please.
I'm very proud to introduce these fourth grade students that are representing the upper elementary this evening by leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. And they are Andrew Bergant, Avery Parks, Mackenzie Leach, and Scotty Groon. And they were chosen because they are members of the ACE Club and they have been our morning speakers. And they're just top-notch students also. So anyway, I'm proud of all of them. And, are you ready? Attention. Salute. Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much. We appreciate y'all coming and leading us in prayer. Y'all did or pledge, sorry. Y'all did a great job. Do we have another? Do we have another microphone, or am I just gonna? I can just pronounce.
Yeah. Where did you go? I don't know. He's sitting over there. Front row.
Oh, I know, but I was saying the,
Oh.
Chuck. I don't know, Chuck's the guy that's on with Mike. Oh, here's one. Let's see. Let's see if this works. You know, that's my slide. We probably can, but we want to make sure everybody hears it.
Yeah.
All right, I just wanted to take a minute and express our appreciation to Mr. Job. He served on the school board for 5 years, and it takes time and commitment and a lot of participation and interest on his part to come here and do that and to serve Poteau Public Schools. After he had served for years and years, everyone refers to him as Coach Joe from all of his years of service to Poteau Public Schools prior to even being on the school board. And so it's been great working with him. I think we always were able to get through the issues that Poteau was having together in a peaceful and great way, and we appreciate all of your service here at Poteau.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
There you go, Coach.
Thank you, Scott.
And let's get a picture real quick. And then we'll get all the rest of the board in here too. Okay, rest of the board, you want to come on up? We'll all get a picture. Coach Joe? There you go. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Don't hurt us, my shit's in retirement.
He's like, I'm out.
That was good.
have that oath somewhere for me?
Yeah. Ms. Watson? Okay. The oath of office, does she have that, or do you have that?
Got it? You had it ready to go? All right, I have.
Yep.
Are you ready? Okay. I have 6 o'clock. I'll call the meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Yocum,
Here.
Thompson,
Here.
McGee,
Yes.
Adams.
Here. All right, appreciate everyone for being here tonight. Support Employees of the Month.
Yep, so we have two different supporting employees of the month. We have one from the primary and one from the district. So let's start off with the primary first. If I could have the board come in front again.
This is Kim Graham, and she is our support employees spotlight for this month for the primary school. And she's been employed by Poto Schools for the past 15 years and has been the office clerk in the primary school for the last 4.5 years. And since she works in the office, I have firsthand knowledge of how wonderful she is, her dedication and her work ethic. I could really go on for a long time, Kim, about all the great qualities that you have, but I'm just gonna say every day she goes above and beyond to do her job to the very best of her ability. And she puts in extra hours all the time, and I really do appreciate that about her. But one thing that I think makes it all come together is she always
We appreciate each of you and all of your contributions that you make to make Poteau great. So thank you very much. All right, do we have any comments from the public?
None.
All right. Oath of office. This is for you. Do you want to stand here? You want to go up there?
Either one, I'll follow.
Where do you want us? Do you care?
Good with that right there.
All right. Do you, Gary Hecht, hereby declare under oath that you will faithfully perform the duties of a member of the Board of Education of Poteau School District Number I-29 of LaFleur County, Oklahoma, to the best of your ability, and you will faithfully discharge all of the duties pertaining to said office and obey the Constitution and laws of the United States and Oklahoma?
Yes, I do.
All right, if you will sign here. All right, welcome. All right, reorganization of the board. So this is for officers. I would nominate that Dennis Yocum be our clerk and that Mr. McGehee, Phil McGehee, be our vice president.
I'll second.
All right, roll call, please.
Thompson,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Adams,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Heck.
Yes.
All right.
I move that Renata Adams be elected president of the board.
I second that motion.
Roll call, please.
Thompson,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Adams,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Heck.
Yes.
All right. You got a good pen, Dennis?
I do.
All right, good deal. All right, our consent agenda. Do we have a motion with regards to the minutes of the regular board meeting from March 11th, 2024?
I move we approve the minutes.
I'll second that.
All right, roll call, please.
McGee,
Yes.
Adams,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Heck,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
All right, financial reports, encumbrances, and change orders.
I make a motion, we approve. Okay. I'll do that. Never mind. I'm ahead.
He's been in too many county meetings.
I've been to too many meetings.
I'll try to go fast. So if you'll look with me, they're actually on a pink paper. And then we'll start off with our March. And if you look with me on the general, so if you look under general, under the revenue, our revenue is being pretty consistent from month to month. It is up from the prior years, and that's really due to our state aid. Our expenditures for the month of March are up from the prior years, but every month it's been about the same in our expenditures, so we're staying right there on it for general fund. Going over to our building fund, our revenues for the month of March are just what we expected. Our expenditures in our building fund are up some from the previous months, but that is because we are starting to do some capital improvement projects, and that will continue to increase. And then our child nutrition revenues are right where we thought they would be. Our expenditures in child nutrition for the month of March are up, but that's also due to for us spending some needed things that we needed in our child nutrition. And then the next page is our year-to-date. So looking at general fund for our year-to-date, our revenues are up from the prior years. Our expenditures are up as well, but they're up because of mainly the increase in our salaries that we knew that was going to happen this year. And then in general fund, if you look at the fund balance as of March 31st, our fund balance is up significantly from the previous years, and that's where we would like for that to be at this time. So that's good. And then if you go to the building fund, our revenue is what we anticipated. We did get some red funding there already this year, so that's good. Our expenditures are still down, but that's going to change quickly, so we know that's happening. Our child nutrition fund, it is just really staying consistent there between our revenue and our expenditures, and our fund balance in child nutrition is still really healthy there if you look at it from previous years. So we're really right on track with our child nutrition. Even with us expending, it's still right there on track. And then the last column is our total operations column, which is our general building child nutrition funds all added together. And our fund balance is up from prior years. So we're staying right there where we want it to, and that's going to afford us to start these capital improvement projects that we need. If you will go ahead and look with me, there is a lot of support here with all of our funds, and I'll let you, look at those as you need. And if there's any question, you can always ask me any questions. But if you'll turn all the way to the blue sheet with me in the financials, and flip it to the second page on the blue sheet. On the second page is our activity fund. I just want to kind of keep you informed. In our activity fund, we have a balance as of March of $674,878. That's all of our activity funds. That's our balance as of March. And then the next page, which is your purple sheet, that starts our encumbrances that we have. And I just want to point out just a few of these. On the purple is our general fund encumbrances. And if you'll turn to the second page, in the middle, PO number 1134, we are going to be able to use some of our ESSER funds to go ahead and purchase some teacher laptops that we're needing to continue our distance learning if we need to there. So we're using up some of our ESSER funds. And then if you'll go down to number 1143, our PKMS, their intercom system, we need to update that, and that also we're going to be allowed to use some of our ESSER funds there as well. So that's really a needed, and it's great that we still have some ESSER funds to do some of these things that are needed.
And Dr. Gilman's not here tonight, but how long have we been at that intercom at PKMS?
All this.
Yeah, so they've really been troopers and been patient as we've been trying to get this figured out. So unfortunately, we haven't gotten it done any quicker, but they will get a new system. So.
And that's all that I had on the encumbrances. Most of them are just routine in nature. There's only 2 out of building fund, but they're small. Cafeteria is just really routine ones. And then the building bond, we only have 1, and it's just for the circuit, for the marquee, for the high school, to get that up and going. So, and that's all that I have for the financials.
I would like to add too on the financial report that we are wanting to have excess revenue for our carryover. Next year, one of the big items is next year, we come off of all of our ESSER funds. So we've got 1.3 just from the 795 fund, so probably 1.6-ish total that's coming off the books. So for us, we need to be carrying over more. So this year was 2.6, but we're wanting to be well over that 3 mark, $3 million, which will give us some cushion next year, because we're anticipating next year there's going to be a balancing year before FY26. So we're right on track for that carryover amount that we're wanting to target.
I'm assuming no change orders? All right. I'd entertain a motion to approve financial reports and encumbrances.
I'll make that motion now.
I'll second.
All right, roll call, please. Yes.
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 All right, site presentation, primary.
Yep, so we'll go take these front rows and let the primaries present theirs.
Turn so I can see you guys better.
Well, first I want to say thank you for the opportunity to take for just a few minutes to talk to you about our school. I'm very proud of Poto Primary School, and hopefully you will enjoy hearing some things that we do throughout the school year. This year our theme is Together We Can Move Mountains, and we're big believers in unity among our students, faculty, and staff, and the community, and working together to help us overcome any challenges that we may face throughout the year. I'm going to try not to forget to advance my slide. Okay, it worked before I got started. I'm sorry, I came over earlier in the day and right before the meeting started, and it all worked great. Of course, it never does when you want it to. What? It doesn't have a power button. Maybe unplug the USB and plug it back in.
Up arrow.
Up. Okay, let's try this again. Chuck, it's at the end of the presentation. Can you go back? That was the last. The next slide is... Yes, hopefully.
Can we manually advance it?
Okay, I'm going to put this down, and Chuck, you just follow me real close, okay? You can do this. All right, I'm so sorry. So this is our amazing faculty and staff, and we are made up of 22 support staff members and 44 certified staff, as well as a school resource officer. And we are a very close-knit group of people, and we love kids. And speaking of kids, we currently have 435 amazing students, and here are just a few pictures of some of them, and they are so cute. All right, so let's talk about academics at the primary school. Some of you may not know this or be familiar with it, but the only area on the school report card, the state school report card that we are graded in, the academic area, is English language proficiency progress. And this is referring to students who English is not their first language, and they're progressing toward their English language acquisition. And as you can see, we received an A in this area on our report card, which is well above the state percent. And so we're very proud of that. Our regular classroom teachers, as well as our EL interventionists, do a great job helping these students meet their goals. This slide shows actually the Poto Upper Elementary School report card, but since our students are not tested or graded on the report card for math or reading, we like to take partial credit for the success that these students have at the upper elementary school. And as you can see, they received a B in academic achievement, which is, again, well above the state percent. And we know that this is mostly due to the hard work of the wonderful teachers at the upper elementary, but we also believe it's a result of the foundation that's laid for them before they get there at the primary school. And so how do we get these good results? these good academic results. We know that students learn best when they're actively involved in learning, and so our teachers use a lot of collaborative learning, hands-on activities, play, and movement, while they're also relating many of the concepts to real-world situations. And our teachers do a great job of developing creative lesson plans to bring these active learning opportunities into the classroom and to keep the students engaged. One of the main academic focuses at the primary school level is reading instruction, as you can imagine. And we're very blessed that our district has committed to providing all of our teachers with training in the Orton Gillingham program. It's a research-based, multi-sensory phonics instruction. And all of our regular classroom teachers, our reading interventionists, and our special education teachers have attended the week-long training for Orton Gillingham. And as we hire new teachers, they too receive the training. And we have really seen a positive impact on our students' reading abilities as we've implemented this program. Even though our classroom teachers do an excellent job in instruction in the regular classroom, there are still some students who need additional support in reading and math. And for those students, we provide math and reading intervention. They attend math and reading intervention daily, and this intervention time provides additional practice, strategies, and activities to boost their skills. And these teachers, too, do a wonderful job keeping the students engaged, and the students always really enjoy attending these classes. We also have a 3-year-old class that provides early intervention for students who have a developmental delay. We know that early intervention is the key to academic success, and we're very fortunate that we're able to offer this program. Students attend just half a day, but they work with a special education teacher and paraprofessionals to help close those developmental gaps. Along with our 3-year-old special education teacher, we also have 3 other teachers who work with special needs students. They do a wonderful job in providing training, life skills training, along with math and reading, small group instruction. But the last thing I'd like to talk about in the area of academics, but certainly not least, I would like to mention our activity classes. And these classes are a very important part of the students' day. And if you don't believe me, just ask them, because they definitely believe it's important. They really enjoy usually taking a break from the regular classroom for just a short time to attend the activity for the day. And these teachers also do a wonderful job planning creative activities and lessons that complement the skills that they're working on in the regular classroom. We believe that building community within our school is very important. We have various events throughout the school year that where we invite the community to come into our school. And one of these events is called Breakfast with a Buddy. It's held 2 times per year for each grade level. And for this event, we allow students to invite one buddy, an adult buddy, to come to breakfast with them, and it's typically a family member. And they come to the cafeteria with their buddy and have breakfast, usually biscuits and gravy. And it's become a very successful event as well. This year, we've implemented a new parent engagement event that we call Glow Night. And the purpose of this event was just to give students and parents a night away from home to come and spend together and just have a fun time playing, basically. We lit our whole pre-K building up with black lights and provided both academic and play-based activities, glow-in-the-dark activities for the students and parents to enjoy. And it was really a big hit, something we'll continue to do. Also, a big hit are the 3 music programs that we have throughout the year, where students perform for families and other members of the community. We always pack out our gymnasium, because really, who doesn't love an elementary school music program? They're always so cute. And if you've ever been to one of these programs, you do know there's a lot of people there in a small space. In November, we also have our Veterans Day program that we invite local veterans in to enjoy. In December, our first grade students perform the 12 Days of Christmas music program. And new this year, our kindergarten students will be performing a spring music program called The Best Pet Show Ever. And I cannot wait. It's going to be so cute. Throughout the school year, we have a lot of opportunities for guest readers at our school, and this year, of course, was no exception. We've had readers from OG&E, the Oklahoma Highway Patrol, some PHS Choctaw Language 2 students, Leanna Jones from the OSU Extension Office, along with her miniature horse Champ, the PHS Youth Advisory Board students, the PHS Family and Consumer Science students, our school resource officer, Officer Lamb, and a couple of our favorite people from the admin office, Mr. Kempnick and Mrs. Tillery. We're fortunate to have several organizations that we partner with from the community, and they usually partner with us throughout the year to provide various opportunities for our students. Recently, Officer Lamb and Chief Hooper assisted the cafeteria workers by passing out donuts to some of our students for breakfast. The Poto Fire Department visits each year in October to discuss fire safety with our students and let them see the fire trucks. The Choctaw Nation Forestry Department and Smokey the Bear visits each year to discuss how to prevent forest fires. The Poto Women's League donates money to us each year, as does Epsilon Zeta. And we also partner with several churches in the community that provide important things like snack bags on Fridays for students who may need a little bit of extra food throughout the weekend at home. They also donate backpacks. They donate monetary donations that allow us to purchase items for students in need. We also partner with a couple of other churches for our See You at the Pole event in November. Domino's Pizza is another partner who invites our pre-K classes to come and visit the restaurant each year. And when they're there, the employees assist them in making their own personal pizza. And then the best part about it is they get to go back to the school and eat their pizza. And the kids really do enjoy that. Another partner this year was our PHS FFA students who brought a petting zoo to our students to enjoy. In March, all of our students pre-K through first grade took a field trip to the Carl Albert Auditorium to see the Good Times Community Theater presentation of The Little Mermaid Jr. And several of our students, as you see in the upper right-hand corner, even got to perform in the show. Each December, our pre-K and kindergarten students get to attend the Community State Bank open house, and they perform songs for their parents and other bank patrons. And of course, the highlight of that event is getting to sit on Santa's lap. Also, I don't want to leave out, we have an amazing group of parents, and they are so generous throughout the year. There's too many things for us to mention all of them, but I just want to mention a couple of the big things that they do. Each year before school is out in December for Christmas break, we have a group of parents who provide a coffee bar for our teachers to start their day. And this is a huge morale booster, and it comes at a time when there's so much going on and teachers are exhausted, and it is very much appreciated. And then also during December, we have a large group of parents and teachers who purchase Christmas gifts for some of our students in need. Last Christmas, they were able to bless 63 students with gifts. And again, some of those students aren't able to, they won't have that kind of Christmas that some of our kids do. One last thing that I would like to mention tonight is character. And as you know, good character isn't something that just happens for young children. It's something that has to be taught and modeled. And we try to make character one of our primary focuses, especially since we have such young children at our school. Each month, we have a character word that teachers focus on in the classroom. They discuss what the word means, and they discuss how they can apply it in their lives. Then once a month, we have a pirate shout-out assembly to reinforce the character trait. Typically, we try to have a guest or a group to come in to discuss the trait at the assembly, and they demonstrate it in some way. In the pictures, you'll see the PHS cheer team who came in and demonstrated cooperation and how when we work together, we can accomplish more. And also the PHS FFA students came in and discussed responsibility and how it plays a role in taking care of animals. They even brought some of their show animals in for the students to see and pet. Also at the assembly, we recognized a student from each class who displays the trait that we're discussing that month. Another thing that we know about young children is that they don't always know how to express their feelings. And so this year we've added a new resource called Little Spot, and that's the little guys that you see in the middle of the screen there. These Little Spot teaches our students about different emotions and how they can manage their feelings and identify their feelings. The students really do love this, and it goes hand in hand with teaching students about character. Also, each morning, teachers begin their class with 15 minutes of morning mindfulness. So many students come to us every day with a lot of baggage. Who knows what's going on in their home before they get to school? But morning mindfulness gives students the opportunity to just take a moment, breathe, stretch, relax, and focus themselves and get ready for the school day. And we have found that this ties in well with character education, and we're seeing great results. This is our first year to do that. As you can see, we have a lot of great things happening at the primary school, and it wouldn't be possible without our community, our administration, and our school board. And so I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you tonight, and we appreciate all the support that you give us throughout the school year.
Anybody have any questions? Okay.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that presentation, and it's been a long time since my kids were at the primary, but definitely always had good experiences, so thank you.
Actually done a walkthrough today with Officer Lamb and seeing those kids and excited to be at school, and those teachers are doing some really cool things there. So I appreciate everybody that having little ones. So thank y'all so much.
Thanks. All right, discussion and vote to approve or not approve the temporary appropriations for 24-25.
Yeah, so that's a yearly item. We, until we get our estimate needs, we have to have the temporary appropriations in place to get us to the estimate needs, which is our legal budget. So this just gets us to that point.
I'll make a motion we do so approve.
All right. Roll call, please.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Discussion and vote to approve or not approve the following contracts agreements. We have the compliance resource for drug and alcohol testing for the 24-25 school year. We have the Department of Rehab Services for the 24-25 school year. KTC Math Science Course Instruction, KTC Pre-Employment Transition Services, KTC Transportation of Students, Precision Drug Screening, and the EOMC Telemedicine Services.
Yeah, let me just take a quick minute, kind of fill everybody in. All of these were in your packet. The first one, the compliance resource, that's our bus driver testing. So that's something we have to have in place. The rehab services for 24-25, that's a yearly item. It's a work study program for a specific group of our students. Once again, something that was a yearly item, something we really need to have. The KTC Math Science Course Instruction, once again, yearly item. The Pre-Employment Transition Services, yearly item. This is for students that are transitioning out of high school, so it's something that's going to be a benefit for our students. The transportation of the students at KTC, yearly item. It's just an agreement between us and them. Basically, we are agreeing to transport, and you'll see there's a little monetary piece in there to reimburse us for that. The precision drug screening, that is for our students. That's our annual yearly item for drug screening. And then the EOMC telemed, that's something that we've got in place as well. I'm not sure we utilized it real well this year, to be honest, but it's something when I talked to EOMC, we wanted to go ahead and do it again for next year, and hopefully address some of the areas that we might not have used it as effectively as we could have. But none of these are new. These are all things that we have approved in the past and would ask to get approved again this year.
So I would entertain, unless someone has any specific questions or comments with regards to any of them, a motion to approve items A through F there.
So moved. So moved.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, roll call, please.
Yes.
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 All right, and the only reason that I left G off is because I don't feel like I can vote on that one because I drafted that. So I would entertain a motion to approve the EOMC telemedicine services agreement.
Motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, roll call, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Discussion and vote to approve or not approve increasing the out-of-state years of experience limit for certified staff from 5 years to 10 years for the 24-25 school year.
Yeah, so as we're looking to compete and recruit teachers and other employees, but really we're talking certified employees with this, one of the things that we noticed when we came in is that we had a 5-year limit on out-of-state. So we only accept 5 years. So if we have someone that comes in with 15 years of out-of-state, we're going to be behind on trying to recruit that person into our district. Last year, we lost one right at the very beginning of me coming in last year. We couldn't get them because we weren't honoring those years. So this was something that's been on my plate this year. I'd like to get that piece fixed. So for the 24-25 years, we'd like to go 10 years, which doubles what we have. This still isn't going to get all of our people. We have 11 people in our district that should have years outside that we might not be honoring all of those. So what this does is it gets us to 10. It's not going to get us all the way, but it gets us to 10 at least. So everybody would at least get that bump in pay that's out of state. And there are several that still are not getting their full years, but it gets us closer.
Does anyone give them all of their years that they?
No, at this point, no one would be, 10 would be the max. We wouldn't have anybody in our district that with more than 10 years. So yes, there would be others that have more than 10 years, but
Do other districts give?
Oh, absolutely. Other districts absolutely do.
We did. I thought we gave everybody every year that they had.
Well, and I'll tell you from a personal experience, in my previous district, we were on the Kansas border, not the Arkansas border, and that was one of the main things we did. We gave full years. We'd have people retire in one state and come over. We get veteran teachers because we're honoring the years. Well, we don't have that advantage in Poto right now because we're not doing that. So this at least gets us partially there. The full cost was going to be $78,000. Was that right, Val? So with $78,000, we didn't want to take that big a hit, but this cuts that almost in half, if I recall. And so with it being cut in half, we felt financially we could do that without, so everybody's getting the win, just not the full bang. So this was kind of that compromise for us. We felt like at this point, we're helping, we're getting better. We might not be where we want to be, but at least gets us in the right direction.
Does that go on teacher retirement?
It does not. The 5 years is all that's going to count. That's why we've done 5 years in the past, because that's all that's counted on OTRS. But if we only count the 5 because of OTRS and all these other districts are counting more than that and granting more than that, we're losing out on the best teachers. So I really feel like making this move will give us a shot to get the best teachers.
I guess the 10 years is being proposed because we feel like that's something that we can financially handle.
Yeah, it's basically half of what it would cost to get everything there, and it's definitely a step in the right direction. So our hope is that maybe next year, we're going to have to take a look and see what the fiscal year looks like next year, and maybe next year, or maybe FY26, we can come back and finish this, because we don't see it as this being the end product, because we really do need to probably honor those years, especially if we're recruiting them. If we got some really good teachers that want to come over, boy, it'd be nice to be able to give them the years and get them here instead of another district that we compete with.
Okay, I move that we approve that request.
Second.
All right, roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Discussion and vote to approve or not approve a new SEC activity project for Treasure Trove.
So our SEC would like to add a new activity project, and this project would be for like students' needs, like Angel Tree, things that they see that the students need. And that way we could keep it all in one project. We don't have to like track everything coming in and out. Just makes it a lot cleaner for them.
Any questions or comments or a motion?
Is this gonna be donated items? or
Yes, it would be all
funds?
donations that they receive into this account. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, you do have Penny Wars. There is a fundraiser. Thank you, Jennifer.
I'll make a motion, we approve that.
All right. Is there a second?
I'll second his motion.
Roll call, please.
McGehee,
Yes.
Adams,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Heck,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Discussion and vote to approve or not approve an activity fund transfer.
So this is that new project. So what we would do is we'd take out, currently it's in SEC's general activity, and so we would move it from there to this new project number, and this, all this transfer would do.
Is there a motion?
I make a motion, we approve it.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please. Yes.
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 Discussion and vote to approve or not approve activity fundraisers for the 23-24 school year as presented.
And this is for this year, right? Kelly, this was this year, okay. Make sure there wasn't a typo on that. But senior class, Kona Ice, so obviously senior class got to raise a lot of money. So that, I can't remember. It's on your sheet. I'm hoping that's something that we've done in the past. Wrestling, the kids' wrestling camp is something we've done in the past. So shouldn't be anything new, but I know senior class is always trying to raise money, so.
Does anyone have any questions about any of those? Anybody have a motion that they want to make with regards to those?
Make a motion, we approve the fundraisers.
All right. Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes. Discussion and vote to approve or not approve an out-of-state activity trip for the PHS wrestling team.
Yep. So June 24th through June 28th, they're going to go up to Nebraska. Should be a really good opportunity for our kids. I talked to Coach Kennedy personally about this camp. He's really excited about the opportunity. They're going to be raising money for this. It's a four-day, 24th through the 28th. So yeah, it's a long one, but it's going to be a really good one. I did ask on sponsorships. They're going to have plenty of sponsors there. If I didn't get a clear answer if the female wrestlers were going or not, but I was assured that if female wrestlers were there, they would have a female sponsor to make sure that everything was safe and that they were supervised appropriately. So,
Sounds like a great opportunity for them. Does anybody want to make a motion?
Make the motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second his motion.
All right. Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Discussion and vote to approve or not approve a bid for the high school asphalt paving project.
So this was an item on last month's agenda that we tabled to this month. And after talking to some of the people involved, I feel much better about, even though there is such a discrepancy in prices, I feel good about the little bit of McKenzie asphalt.
All right.
what'd that bid come in at?
156, 210.
It's like
I
half
move
of
we
the
accept.
tallest. Did you make a motion, Mr. McGee?
Yes, I did.
All right. Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Discussion and vote to approve or not approve a bid for the PKMS roof replacement project.
Yes, so we originally solicited bids for a little bit more scope that included the cafeteria building and the choir band room building. But the bids that we received were way more than what we were anticipating and what we were planning in our budget. So we reduced the scope a little bit. The band and choir room, the condition of that roof is much worse than the other. So we just scoped that and redid it, and the winning bid here is Heritage Hills. They're at $133,000, which is within our budget scope.
looks like the time frame that they can complete it is comparable with the others as well.
It'll be a May, June.
I make a motion, we approve it.
All right. Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yep.
Yes.
Facilities report.
Okay, besides those two items, work's continuing on the gym, air conditioning project. They actually dug electrical lines and ran electric, wiring today. Starting probably next week, we'll have metal in. They're gonna, spray foam insulation, on the ceiling instead of bat, just because it's about 400 bat rolls of bad insulation. So, the general contractor would rather spray it. We'll get a better product out of it. It's not costing us anymore, and we won't have to, all that labor to deal with all that installation. So, that's gonna happen here in the next couple of weeks. Get the ceiling, installed, and, we'll have to shut power off to the building for a couple of days, to get the electric turned in and going, but, he expects us to be done by the end of the school year, so it's exciting. And then, also, we got the elementary marquee, got power to it today. We'll do some additional wireless things tomorrow where they can actually communicate and change the sign. So one side will be for the upper elementary, one side will be for primary. So they'll be able to have their own messages there. And then also, another project that's out for bid, we'll have a pre-bid meeting tomorrow, is new flooring at Pansy Kid in the 5th and 6th grade hallways and classrooms. So we'll be looking at an epoxy covering over existing tile. So, and those bids are due next Tuesday. That's about it.
Great. It's exciting. All right, superintendent's report.
Okay. I want to go through, I'm sorry, I had a text there. Okay. I'm going to be going through the legislation piece. So there's several different pieces. Senate Bill 1257, that's the one that removes the carryover for public education. Excited to continue to see that that's moving forward. With COVID funds coming off, it's not going to affect us because we're still going to be under our threshold. But some of the other districts that are going to be doing the same thing we're doing, that are more at the top end and need to be at the top end, it's going to give them more flexibility. So just keep an eye on that because I know that'll help. House Bill 3278, that's the graduation bill. So that bill has got several things in it. So I'm going to kind of go through this real quick. On math, it increases the requirements to 4 years. Students must take Algebra 1. Students must take either Algebra 2 or Geometry, and then the remaining 2 maths can be Algebra 2, Geometry, Trig, Math Analysis, Calc, Stats, college courses approved for dual credit, full-time post-secondary career and technology programs, locally approved math-based applications. So my point is there's a lot more flexibility in this. So in the old days, you would take your 3 maths, here's what they were, boom, 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 and that was pretty much it. So now they're trying to build in more flexibility. Science, kind of the same way. They're allowing some of the career tech opportunities to count for those. So it's really interesting to see as this bill goes. It has been modified and will continue to be, so we're just keeping an eye to see where it ends up at. Senate Bill 1768, that's the virtual school bill. It's limiting the number of days to 10 for any school in the state. So there's a lot of schools in the state that last couple of years, the legislature's been trying to get away from the 4-day school week. So they went, it used to be 1080 hours. Well, now they put a number of days on there as a minimum days. Well, now schools are going virtual every Monday to avoid this. So now they're putting a virtual limit on the number of days. So the way the bill's written now, it could change, is that we've got 10 virtual days. Those can be emergency days or planned days, but that's it. So, and you can see this year we've used those emergency days and they've worked. We certainly haven't hit the 10 threshold. So shouldn't have much of an impact on us, but I know around the state that is a hot bill that a lot of people are paying attention to. House Bill 2320 would allow teachers to come back to the classroom after 60 days. This one has gone through some pretty massive changes. The Oklahoma Teacher Retirement System has got a pretty good voice into this piece. They've made several adjustments. So they've put a sunset age on the bill now And you can only do it for 3 years. So like they've really made it where they've limited what the intent was of this. So you can do it, and you can come back after 60 days, but you only do that for, I think it's 3 years is what they're planning on. So it's better, because in the old days you had to sit out. I mean, you had 3 full years and we still have teachers right now that are going through their first 3 full years at reduced pay, and now coming into next year they'll be able to make full pay. So that's the way it's been. So they're changing that, which should help, but then they put a sunset on it, which means we're still going to lose them all here in a couple of years. So I think they're trying to think that this might be a Band-Aid to get us 2 or 3 years down the road, and then we have more teachers. So, and the last one that I want to draw everybody's attention is Senate Bill 1522. That's the Red Bud Fund bill. It allows us to have more flexibility with the Red Bud Fund and basically use it just like we use our building fund. So that's a win for us, having more flexibility in the Red Bud. So I know there's a bunch of different legislation out there. Does anybody have any specific questions on any of the legislation?
New graduation requirements would be effective for?
Yeah, it would be the freshmen, so it's going to be a 4-year lag, 5-year lag at this point. So it would come into effect, and we would have 4 years once it gets passed before those seniors that actually hit them. So we'll have a little bit of time on that one.
So is there an exception for the emergency rules on the virtual days?
Well, it's not built, it's not through yet. It could still change, but the way it's written now is it is either a planned or it can be an emergency 10 total is the way it's currently written. Anybody else have questions on legislation? And we'll continue to keep an eye on it. If you get to have questions about bills, feel free to call us as well. Okay, and so then reluctantly, Ms. Tillery said I had to give her the mic for just a little bit. So.
He's really nervous. No, he does such a great job of recognizing, people who do good work for us. And I want to take a minute to recognize this guy, and I know he's not going to like this, but he and I belong to an organization known as Oklahoma Association of School Administrators, and it's for superintendents and district leaders, and we just found out today that Mr. Kipnick has been selected by his peers as the District 18 Superintendent of the Year. And I know his hard work because I'm right here beside him, but it is just very validating to me that not even a full year into the district as the official suit, that he has already made such an impact on the superintendents around him. He is a leader. When we attend our SOUP meetings, he's trying to organize things. He's jumped right in there. And y'all know you hired him at the end of March last year. And for 3 months, the man's literally doing 2 jobs. I mean, because he's running his district, but also working very closely with us here so that when he comes in, we can really hit the ground running. And that's not a small thing. Being a superintendent of one district is hard enough, but to add 2 to his plate is, I'm amazed. And I know that the district, I think our employees that are out there probably feel the same way I do. His leadership is phenomenal. I love that, but I love even more that he's a person of high moral character, a man of integrity, and I'm just so proud of him. And he was my 4th superintendent in a span of 10 months. I was beginning to get a little paranoid, like, wow, no one wants to work with me, what's going on? But not only has he come in and worked hard, he has just done amazing things for our district in a 10-month span, and I can't wait to see what the future holds with him leading. And I know he's probably irritated, but I think he deserves the recognition too. It's great to recognize all of our other employees. He deserves that as well. So thank you, Mr. Kipnick. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Ms. Tillery. I did pay her to say all those
He
things.
He probably would have paid me not to say that, I think. I may have done this wrong. I appreciate him, and I felt like you all deserve to hear that rather than some little blurb somewhere. I just think he deserves to be recognized for the hard work that he's done, and he has worked hard.
I appreciate you sharing that, and he's also the 4th superintendent that I have been on the board with, so I do recognize everything that he's doing, and you can tell that his heart is in it and that he has the right objectives and goals, and that he's really trying to do everything he can to get our district where it can be. So we appreciate that.
Thank you.
And this is kind of anticlimactic, but I would entertain a motion to enter into executive session.
I'll make a motion, we enter into executive session.
All right, roll call, please. Yes.
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 do the employment first.
Okay.
All right, the board met in executive session to discuss personnel items and the purchase of land. No other matters were discussed as authorized by Title 25 Oklahoma Statute, Section 307B1 and I believe B4 of the Oklahoma Open Meeting Act. Those present were the board members and Mr. Kipnick. The board did not take any official votes or actions in executive session and returned to open session at 7:32 p.m. We have up next, vote to approve or not approve the resignations and employment of personnel under 22, 23, and 24. Is there a motion with regards to those items?
I move that we approve 22, 23, and 24.
I'll second it.
All right, roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Vote to approve or not approve the purchase of real properties.
I make a motion that we approve, part of section, part of the northeast, southeast of section 11-725, and part of lot 55, or part of lot 5 and lot 6 and block 2 in Katy Addition, number 2, and part of the northeast, the southwest, the southeast, and part of the southwest, southeast, southeast to the south half, southwest, southeast, and part of the northwest of sections 11-725.
All right. And I believe the purchase price for the first one that we're agreeing to would be,
900,000?
and then the second one would be the 130,
130,000.
130,
and then the third one.
600,000.
600,000.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, roll call, please.
Yes.
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 All right. Did we miss anything?
Well,
All right, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
All right, roll call, please. Yes.
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 Yes.